What is going on, boys and girls? It is your boy Temp Sits, and today I'm riding this. It's the new BRAAAP Moto-E. Let's jump on. Alright, so first of all, gang, let me just apologise. I am that far out of practice motovlogging that I may have forgot to plug my microphone in. But yeah, this is my first time on an electric motorcycle. This is BRAAP's, so yeah, this is the 8,000 watt model from BRAAP, which is sick. Now, I did try and go over the specs at the start, but if that didn't work, this is the middle of the three options, and I'll put them up on screen now. There's a 5,000 watt 72 volt 80 amp hour, the 8,000 watt 72 volt 100 amp hour, which is what this is, and then there's also a 10,000 volt version, which is a 720 volt and 120 amp hour. We're on that medium one, that 8,000 motor watt. And you can order one now for $6,990 at the BRAAP website, and they're all approved and ready to go. So you can order it. It says 90 days. You probably get it in about 30. Yeah, which is mad. But yeah, the 8,000 watt, yeah, motorbike. So no gears. Let's see. It takes off. Not too bad. It's definitely, like, electric motors are funny because you get 100% torque from the get-go, so you've got to program in software to stop them from absolutely launching, basically, to make them a bit more rideable. So this has had that done to it. So the thing about that is you can actually adjust the software yourself should you want to. You can yeah, you can not that BRAAP can do that, but if you're an enthusiast yourself, you could probably go in and adjust the way that, you know, this actually works. So it's an absolute modder's dream, the electric bikes, because there's only really three components, you know, like there's the battery, the motor, like, really, and then like the software that runs it. So it's not like combustion, but there's no gears, it's just the throttle. There's three different power modes. So there's one which is like the eco, two which is in between, three which is the full noise. No clutch, you've got your rear brake and your front brake. And yeah, there's even a park mode, so if you hold both of your levers and then you put it in park, then you can twist the throttle and it won't move. It does also have a reverse, which I need to figure out how to use, but yeah, it's got a reverse, which is really cool. I got the high beams on, but yeah, electric goodness. Look, it's even got like a little phone charger here. Perfect. Then you if you really get stuck, maybe you can reverse it and charge your bike with your phone. But yeah, we'll take it off. So this is power. It actually winds up. It's a little slow off the get-go, but then once you're going, it just keeps going. The weird part is the lack of engine braking, because, you know, it doesn't, so it just sort of coasts, and then you use your oh, where are we going? Let's go this way. Yeah, then you use your brakes a bit more, your front and your rear, get that combined. But yeah, this is obviously it's in the same frame as the Moto 4, which is a good looking learner bike frame, and I think this one's roughly $8,000, which is not bad at all, honestly, for an electric bike. Especially, I don't know if you guys have seen fuel prices lately, but one of these is getting more and more appealing, especially, you know, if you're going to be real cheeky, ride it to work and then charge it up while you're at work and then ride home. You know, you just bolt that alternator. So one of the cool things about this, right, is it's got an external inverter, I guess, that charges it, but you can actually mount that up to these, it's got these holes on the side, and you can mount that up so that it's got that charger with it, and then you can just plug in, you know, your regular 24 volt wherever you go. 240 volt, I don't know anything about electricity, but yeah, this thing is cool. I mean, it handles like it's a real nice sporty, you know, little Lamb style bike. These are also Lambs approved, which is wild. I guess that's one of the beauties of having software instead of a combustion engine, is you can just go bang, Lambs approved, and then if you want to be real cheeky, you go bang, has more power now, you're just using more battery. But yeah, that's the other crazy thing about an electric bike, is if you wanted to add more batteries to it, you can just add more batteries with it. So BRAAP are looking at top boxes and panniers, and you just fill them up with batteries, and then basically you've got a bike that can go for longer and longer. So you get about 100 k's out of this, out of a battery. It takes 3 to 4 hours to charge, but they are looking at making an adapter that lets you use Tesla charging, which would be really cool, because then you can just go use one of the Tesla like superchargers and have it charged up in 30 minutes, because it's a tiny little 20-30 minutes, have it charged up, and they're becoming more and more popular. So, you know, as an enthusiast bike, or even a commuter, if you've got somewhere to be able to charge this at work and you're not looking at doing crazy trips, it is a very good idea. It's a very tidy looking bike. Obviously I'm 6'7", so I look silly on any bike, let's be real, but yeah, it doesn't actually feel too bad. It's actually pretty comfy to sort of sit in. What we'll do is we'll brake here, still got to get used to these, and then we'll come round. There's no dragging the brake, so that's bizarre to get used to, and then we'll send it. So yeah, it gets up, I mean, it definitely gets up at sort of car speeds, you know, like it's probably a little bit slow on the takeoff for a bike, maybe not a Lamb's bike, but just bikes in general. But yeah, this thing is fun. So 100 k's, really the perfect environment for this is if you are looking for a fairly cheap bike that you want to commute to and from work with. If your commute's less than 100 k's, or you know, you're looking at you can charge it at work, whatever, that's sort of the ideal scenario for one of these bad boys. But yeah, you can really just bloody, it actually goes pretty good. This thing hoots. So yeah, they're actually looking at releasing these in the American market as well, because something like this, really easy to get through, you know. It's an electric bike, so bada bing bada boom. And these are all approved in Australia now, so if you wanted to buy one, you could just buy one. I think 90 days is what the website says, but realistically at the moment, now that they've got it all approved, you'd be looking at like 30 days to get one, which is sick. They come in the 3 different configurations, so depending on your budget, I'd probably always suggest going for the most powerful one possible. But this is actually quite easy to, like, if you're like a new rider, this actually feels like it is quite easy to ride, honestly. Like, you don't have to worry about gears, you just got the brakes here, you don't have up and downs. Dragging brakes is a different one, but you know, you can't really drag on this. It does have a little bit of regenerative braking, but it's probably not enough for it to be worth it, obviously, because bikes are light, they don't get that same regen efficiency as a car might. But yeah, this is, I'm blown away. This is my first time on an electric bike or even operating an electric vehicle. I had an electric Tesla once as an Uber, so I didn't even get to drive it, and that was pretty cool. But yeah, it will brake, nice, scoot through the orange. So nice enough through there. Just feels weird not being able to drag it through. This dash is really cool as well. Like, it's pretty basic. You've just got your fuel gauge on the right there, your battery gauge. Yeah, this thing's mad. I'm pumped. I cannot say that enough. This is a really cool bike. I would love to see one of these in one of the ST400 setups as well, because yeah, obviously doable. But yeah, one of these in an ST, go for like a real classic, like cafe racer looking bike, but that clean electric bike setup, because it's just batteries. Oh, that'd be real sick. Yeah, man, this thing handles quite well as well. Like the ergonomics on it, it's got a spring-loaded adjustable shock on the back, which is cool. I think we're going straight. Yeah, so yeah, what is it? 8 odd grand. If you're looking at a commuter bike, this is a good get. Honestly, they're all, yeah, like I was saying, they're all approved and ready to go as well, so they're road registerable. You can just buy one and get going. Yeah, like, even me as a mammoth of a human, like I'm 6'7", 120 kilos, it's actually sort of set up for my sort of size at the moment, but it feels nice, you know. It doesn't feel like a tiny little bike, even though it is. You can't really see the slow speed maneuvers on this. I mean, might be a bit of an issue with knees, but you know, that happens. Yeah, so taking off is a bit slow, but I think you can definitely iron that out with software. But yeah, so this is honest. I think something like this would be an absolute modder's dream, because I don't think it'd be that hard to get into the software and play with a couple of things, and then you could really set up the bike how you wanted, which I think was BRAAP's sort of intention with it. Obviously they've got certain regulations that they have to meet to put the bike to market, but you doing your own, I mean, geez, like you can't tell externally what the battery size is on this and everything. So yeah, chuck some, I reckon cafe race, you get a seat hump, fill that with batteries, just fill the frame with batteries, and you'll be looking sweet. That's my only criticism is offer this in more styles, because it's sick. Like, there'd definitely be a market for electric setup motocross bikes. I see a lot of them. But yeah, man, this is sick. This is like a proper road vehicle. It's dead quiet, so it's so nice to ride, because you just don't have that ringing in your ears. There's also a bit of people always talk about loud pipes saving lives. I don't know, the way that sound works, it's sort of like you don't hear bikes really until they're like going past you, because the noise is usually going that way. But man, this thing hoots. What I'll do is I'll blast past, get it going at some speed, and then we'll see. Oh, see that there? That's reverse. So you hold the button in, and then the bike has a reverse. Do you know how unheard of that is in motorcycles? Being able to reverse, bonkers, absolutely bonkers. And yeah, it's just quiet. Your neighbours aren't going to hate you. You just scoot off to work. See you later. The only thing I don't like is there's no pushy in for a cancel. God, this thing's so quiet. Mind-boggling. Mind-boggling how quiet it is. Obviously, it shouldn't be a surprise to anyone, but as someone that's not used to it, crazy. Let's see. Yeah, nice, guys. Alright, here's what I'm going to do. I'm gonna zoom past all these people because this is like quick. This is quick for a like little lamb's bike. Honestly, this thing boogies. And then you just put your brakes on. The brakes feel good. The ergonomics feel good. I'm a happy chappy with this. Also, I think there's going to be some fun things down the line that they'll be able to do with this as far as battery management and all the rest of it goes. You know, like you'll be able to like diagnose issues with your bike potentially. Just connect it up and go, bang, I'm having battery issues, this is why. Oh, fucking cunt. Here we go. So it takes a little bit to go off, but then once you're hooting, it just keeps putting. So if you wanted to pimp it out and make it accelerate it a bit harder, I think that would definitely be the go. And then it's just quiet at the lights. Shh. Shh. It's electric. It's electric. And then zoom. Yeah, if you were on the fence, get one of them. This is bloody sick. And then just sit down. It's weird not having a rear brake, but you honestly get used to it pretty quick. Mental. Absolutely mental. So yeah, a little bit of tuning, get that initial pickup just a touch faster. And then you got an absolute weapon on your hands, and it's so innocuous. You know, you're not going to attract the attention of cops at the light when you're sitting there revving your tits off. It's just like, whoop, quiet, bang, he's gone. No one even realizes that you're a wanker, and you're just zooming out. But yeah, this sick bike, BRAAP, you've done amazingly. We just need one of these in a cool retro getup, and I'm 1000% sold. Anyway, I've been Temp Sits. Thanks for watching. If there's anything else you want to see, let me know in the comments below. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Temp Sits out.